one of my walking and lecture topics. And before we get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters for supporting my channel. You know, this channel would not be where it's at today without all of my supporters. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture. And this lecture is going to be about tips on how to save money. Some very powerful tips on how to save money. And I literally use all of these tips. And, if the listeners are aware, I fully retired September 2023, but I mastered the skills of saving money 10 years before I retired. And it really is a skill set. It really is. And I still use all of these tips that I'm going to talk about. And one of the most important tips is if you're in a position where you can downsize, especially if your kids are grown, or even if they're not grown, if you're in a position where you can downsize, get rid of the big expensive house, I'm telling you, that will save you a tremendous amount of money. I sold my big house in Raleigh, North Carolina prior to retiring. I downsized to a minimalistic living. I bought me a mobile home. I'm actually in the process of the mobile home that I purchased in Florida since I've been here. September make a year since I've been retired in Florida. And one of the game plans that I knew I was going to do is to the mobile home that I bought. My game plan was to just be there for about a year, sell it, and then get what I really want on a piece of land somewhere versus a mobile home and paying a lot fee. And I needed that year to study the zip code. So that plan is in motion. As we speak, I'm working with a very good realtor because it's all about downsizing, recouping your money in ownership fully. So if you can downsize, that will save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I've been living a minimalistic lifestyle of good 10 years now, and I don't miss the big house. I don't miss none of that. And it frees you up. It'll free your money up versus, buying a bigger house or versus paying off your home and getting another home. When I owned the big house, I paid my mortgage off 20 years earlier. I didn't take that not having a mortgage and turn around and bought another big fat house. No, I downsized and bought me a mobile home, and the rest is history. And the profits from a lot of that, I reinvested into my financial portfolio, increased my financial portfolio. I still invest into other retirement accounts, even though I'm retired. That's the secret right there. You got a lot of folks who are hyper spenders. They want the big house, the multiple cars, and all of that, and that'll keep you in debt. You'll never be able to save. You'll never be able to invest. You will be in debt for the rest of your life. Another key thing in terms of saving money is, you gotta write down all of your expenses. You gotta write them down. You gotta write them down. You gotta know what's coming in. You gotta know what's coming out. And then come up with a game plan to start eliminating your debt. Eliminating your debt, I'm telling you, rather, car note, truck note, mortgage, credit card, school loan. So when you start eliminating all of that debt, you're recouping your money. You're giving yourself a raise. Now that money you would have been spending on bills, you can now, that'll give you more disposable income to save, invest, travel without creating new debt. That's the secret right there. I've been on this lifestyle for well over 10 years. And I'm telling you, I have not been able to retire 5 years early, September 2023, if I wouldn't have changed my mindset. You got to change your mindset about saving money. It's not about what your income is, it's about what your debt is. If your debt is so doggone high, I don't care what your income is, you ain't gonna never be able to get out of debt. I know folks making $350,000 a year, and if a 400 emergency was to occur, they could not handle it because they're living above the means. I know folks with making $50,000 a year have no debt other than the utilities, the cell phone bill, and food, and they are able to turn around and reinvest 75% to 80% of their income. That's power. So they're building their wealth. They're building their wealth because they have no real debt. That's the key right there. That's it. The key is how much debt do you have, and have you mastered the skills of saving money and investing and etc. And this is real talk. Another key piece in saving money is you gotta take charge of your health. In terms of your physical health, that medical piece. You gotta take charge of your health. You gotta change your mindset about that. You gotta change how you eat, because I'm telling you, all this junk food and sugary food and high carbohydrates and the ice cream and the cookies and the fast food, I'm telling you, number one, it'll drain your wallet. Number two, that junk food serves no purpose. Eat enough of that junk food over time, you're gonna have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes, seizures, strokes, heart problems. It is proven. It is proven, and it'll create obesity, which is tied into all of those health problems that are directly tied into it. Lab work out of control. Diabetes is a catastrophic disease which can lead to getting your limbs cut off, your toes, blindness, and it's real, people. And you got more younger and younger people in their 20s, in their teens, in their 30s, and older with all of these health-related problems that are preventable. And it ties into the choices they are making. When you really begin to start changing your mindset and take control of your health and cut out all that junk food, number one, your grocery bill is going to go down drastically. Then you're going to have improved health. Well, I've known people who have changed their mindset and took charge of their health, came off all of their medication, the high blood medication, the diabetes medication, all of that, because they have changed their mindset, took charge of their health, and that's directly linked to saving money. Now your food bill has gone down. You're coming off medication, so now you're not spending all this copay on medication. You're not spending all this copay on going to specialists. You have improved productivity. Your productivity on the job. You're able to walk better. Everything. So health is directly linked to saving money. This is real talk. And it's out of control. You can go anywhere to any grocery store. I pay attention to my surroundings. You see more and more people requiring these mobile shopping carts, grossly obese. Some of them got oxygen take on, breathing from, using oxygen. And I'd be looking at these people, and they're not in their 80s and 90s. No. These people appear to be in their 20s, in their 30s, because sometimes the small children will be walking on side of the mobile cart. It's out of control. And it's directly related to increased medical bills. Many of them at that point are not able to work because they can't even walk. And it's out of control. And when your health is poor, it will have catastrophic damage on your finances. And I tell anybody, that's a really big, important piece, probably the most important piece in terms of being able to save money, is taking charge of your health. And I've always paid attention to my health, my lab work. These doctors know what they're doing. They're doing that lab work. Them numbers ain't gonna lie. That lab work ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be able to let that doctor know, do you have diabetes? Is that A1C going up or down? Cholesterol, it shows everything. It's not, well, first of all, the person themselves know if they're eating out of control. It don't even take the lab work to tell you. You know if you're eating all of the junk food and potato chips and the cookies and the candy and the ice cream and the pizza and the bread and the cake and the sweets and the junk. You know if you ain't exercising. You know what you're putting in your body. You don't need the doctor to tell you that. You know all this. So don't be surprised when the doctor tell you you got prediabetes or high blood pressure, your A1C high, your cholesterol high. We see signs of heart disease. You're 50, 60 pounds, 70 pounds overweight. You already know this. You don't need the doctor. I'm keeping it real. You already know this. You already know this, and now you're dishing out. You can have the best insurance in the world. You still paying some money to go to the doctor to get your medicine, your copay. If you're going in the hospital, there's a code. You paying some money. And that money is pulling away from your savings, in your retirement, in your investing. This is real talk. Health in the United States is an obesity epidemic at a large rate, with younger and younger people dying in their 20s from obesity-related health problems, because now they got the diabetes and the heart disease and the strokes and the heart attacks dead at the age of 27. It's out of control. So this is a real topic that ties into money, that ties into finances. You got to change your mindset. And you got to get out there and move your body. Whatever exercise work for you, get outside. I'm always out here walking. I've always been a walker, exercising on these walking trails, incline, decline. I do free weights 4 or 5 days a week. I'm working my body because I want to be able to travel, be able to walk, because when you're going on these guided tours, you got to walk. You're going to all these destinations. You got to keep up with the group. You're inclining, you're declining, you're moving. You may be on a boat ride or a horse ride or a camel ride. You got to be able to do all of them things, and you got to be able to keep up. If you're in poor health, you ain't gonna be able to go travel abroad and then see the 7 wonders of the world and enjoy it. This is real talk, people. And I say that to say, you got your health is your most valuable asset in this world. You can have all the money in the world, but let your health be poor. You ain't gonna be able to enjoy it, because you're gonna be in pain. You're gonna have decreased mobility. Your diabetes is gonna cause all these other health-related problems, shortness of breath. Diabetes can cause limbs being cut off, blindness, heart disease, all this. So you ain't gonna be able to enjoy the money. So I say that to say your health is your most valuable asset in this world, and only you, in collaboration with your primary medical doctor as a team, can get it under control. But even with that doctor, if you ain't changing your mindset, if you ain't following the recommendations of that doctor or that nutritionist and changing your mindset, ain't nothing gonna work. Because you're gonna have to be internally driven to change how you buy your food, what you eat. You got to be internally driven to stay laser focused. You got to be internally driven to get on some type of workout routine that works for you. I don't care if it's swimming, walking, light aerobics, light weights, getting outside, walking. You're moving every part of your entire body. You're working your cardiovascular. You're getting out there, getting that sun. What is this, July 2024, I've lost 63 pounds since March of this year to now, literally by changing my mindset and getting out there and focusing. I have not bought junk food since March, have no desire for it. 63 pounds of body fat has been dropped off my body frame. Ain't been as small since high school, and all because I've followed the recommendations of my primary doctor, my nutritionist, but most importantly, I have changed my mindset. And now, by me, my lab work is phenomenal. I'm on 0 medication, not one other than vitamins. My lab work, my doctor, when they look at my lab work, they say your lab work in every single area is literally perfect, on no medication. And most people in retirement who are in retirement on some kind of medication, on something. Rather it's high blood pressure medication, or cholesterol medication, a medication for diabetes, or something. I am on, and ain't better yet, I ain't never took medication. I ain't never been on medication. And I wanted to keep it that way, because I'm not about dishing out my money for medications and health-related problems that can be prevented. Trust me on that one. That can be prevented when you change your mindset and follow the recommendations of these medical doctors. Pay attention to your lab work, because the lab work doggone show ain't gonna lie. And I'm here to tell you. And I save a truckload of money. You know, when I buy my groceries, I'm focusing on fresh foods or frozen foods, lean meat, zero junk food. And I'm telling you, when you ain't putting all that mess in your shopping cart, if you ain't putting none of that junk food in your shopping cart, no ice cream, no potato chips, no cookies, no cakes, no candy, no fried food, you ain't buying no fast food. If you remove all that, if you remove from buying all of that, especially when you go to the grocery store, trust me, you will save a good $400 or $500 a month on your grocery bill. And you can take that $400 or $500 a month and put it into your savings and put it into your financial portfolio. Real talk, people. This is real talk. But the key thing is you have got to change your mindset. So taking charge of your health is the most powerful tip I tell anybody in this world. If you want to save money, recoup your money and turn around and reinvest that money, people. So good morning. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have. And I love this trail, because this trail can go into infinity. This trail is probably well over 300 miles long. There's no in the world you can walk it all in one walk. You can walk as far as as your legs will take you, and this trail will never end. Literally, it go from county to county, to county to county. It's hiking, walking. You can go 300 miles and never finish this trail if you can walk 300 miles at one time. So again, don't forget to tune in July 27th. I'm going to do a relational lecture on full copy edit at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis. And I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.